The 2008 Detroit Lions was one of the worst teams in NFL history. They went 0-16. Now we're pre-gaming that 2008 squad because we're starting in 2007. Shout out to the Madden modding community for posting this mod/roster on their Discord. Now I will be going ahead and using real life rosters and real life depth charts to go through this, but this is what we're rocking with. Now in 2007, I believe this team went 7-9, so they then proceeded to go 0-16. I'm going to try to avoid that from happening completely, and to be honest, with a rookie Calvin Johnson Jr., how could this team ever go 0-16? Well, you've seen the future, right? With that being said, though, let's go ahead and get right into this draft class. So, import local file, and I'm going to go ahead and do the 2008 NFL draft class, which is this one right here. And this one includes Jake Long, Matt Ryan, Chris Long, Darren McFadden, Glenn Dorsey, Vernon Golson, and so on and so on. If you guys are new and you guys have not seen the 2007 roster yet, here is a little general rundown of every single team and their best players. I'm not going to go through every single roster, but you can see it's pretty much a different time period, man. You got Tom Brady, you got Randy Moss, you got Asante Samuel. That was back when you had the 2007 Patriots when they went undefeated. So I'm really not too surprised that the Lions weren't that great when you got to look at the fact of how many dominant teams there were back then. Redskins were still the Redskins, or not the Commanders or football team. It's a different time period. Players could hit people. Football was different. It was a lot more violent of a sport. Nowadays, you have none of that pretty much. Julius Jones. Okay. I don't know why. When I saw him at first, I thought it said Julio Jones, and I'm like, what's going on there? Also, a side note here, I don't know why there's two Adrian Petersons in the league. I have no idea about that, by the way. I found it out in my last video, and it's still weird to me that there's two Adrian Petersons here. Nonetheless, though, Jay Cutler, smoking Jay Cutler, quarterback for the Broncos. It's amazing to look back and just see, like, how some teams were so stacked up and then some teams were absolutely nothingness. And then you look at those said teams today, and it's the complete opposite for the most part, it feels like. Like, certain teams that were so dominant back in the day are just nothing now. But we got the Philadelphia Eagles, led by Donovan McNabb. 49ers, led by P. Willie. Way before they would become dominant and go back to the Super Bowl, which they lost to the Ravens, ironically enough. And then we got the New York Jets, who are always trash. Alright, so let's get right into this. So, starting off right away, let's go ahead and get into our first game. We play the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, for the first season, it will be 17 games. We lost 35-0. Great. For the first season, it will be 17 games. After that, it will be 18 games like normal. This is the 2007 schedule, by the way. So shout out to the Madden Mod community completely for this. Absolute W community. But let's just keep it going, though. Keep it rocking here. We're going to slowly get this team to be better. But I'm not expecting too much after year one. That's definitely not something I'm looking too much into. But I will say, though, is we're going to have to start doing some trades. That's something that I do want to... I kind of want to dismantle this team first and build it back up that way. So, players negotiation. Roy Williams. Okay, we want to bring him back. Let's see. Okay. I mean, there's not too many players, to be honest, that I really care about too much about here. Roy Williams, I am going to bring him back, though, on a contract. I'm going to get him under contract for a little bit. Kevin Jones. See, now I don't want to... I don't want to spend that much on the running back. That's definitely not going to be my cup of tea here. And we'll see. Nothing is right about here. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I'm going to see which one will take the contract. I'm going to offer them pretty similar deals. And, wow, I was just absolutely completely took the L on all those picks there. All right, so let's see what they're offering for Tank Bell. Not Tank Bell, but Tatum Bell. They want to offer me Adrian Peterson. Oh, I'll take that. Yeah, no. That's not actual Adrian Peterson. That's make-believe Adrian Peterson. Oh, man. None of these I'm really too much of a fan of. Get a wide receiver for a backup running back here. Get a wide receiver in a 7th round pick. Honestly, I'm going to go with this one just because I want the draft capital. Just for the draft capital purposes, I probably could have gotten better draft capital if I would have went elsewhere. All right, so season is done with. We went 5-11, so not exactly the way we wanted to end off this season, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I think this is good rebuilding blocks for our future because now we have a high overall draft pick and we can kind of build based on that. With that being said, I did sign back a lot of guys, but we're going to let some of them walk because I kind of just want to get this team back in a smart way. I want to actually start revamping this team. I think a lot of these players on this team, while they're good, I'm not really too interested in having them on the squad for that much longer, right? I'll say it like that. All right, so let's see who goes to the Super Bowl and who wins the Super Bowl here. Who is the team that does it? My guess is the Patriots, and it's just because 2007, and that was one of the best teams in 2007. Nope, Jaguars, Cowboys. Interesting. Okay. So now going into this offseason, as the Jaguars won their first Super Bowl, shout out to them. Going to this offseason, my first situation that I'm looking at is definitely the quarterback situation. But here's what I'm thinking, right? And I'm going to let all these guys go. What I'm thinking is, next year, Matthew Stafford is going to be in the NFL draft. This year, it's obviously Matt Ryan and not many other great quarterbacks. Next year is going to be Matthew Stafford. And I'm very interested in taking Matthew Stafford. So, and he could be, again, our quarterback of the future, ironically enough. You got the Lions here. So I'm not amped to take a quarterback this year. Now, my second problem is, do I expect us to be 0-16 next year and have to take Stafford top 5? And the answer to that question is no, I don't expect to be that bad. So that's kind of my dilemma. Is I don't want to take a quarterback in the draft this year, but if I want to get Stafford, I'm going to have to trade up next year to get Stafford. And Peyton Manning is available. All right, hold up. We have Bob Sanders available, right? We have Peyton Manning available. And I'm kind of interested in both. All right. That's a lot of money to spend for Peyton Manning. Especially when you look at the fact of the time period. This is 2007 when quarterbacks didn't get paid this much. I mean, $60 million a year in 2007 was a lot. Joe Flacco got his crazy contract, and I think it was after the Super Bowl year. Now it's $110 million, and that was considered a lot. Bro, I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. Not at the price tag that he's wanting. Okay, hold up. Who else is available? Reggie Wayne. Because now we have an option. Do we A, go all out here and spend all the money in the world to get Peyton Manning? But in reality, Peyton Manning, if you know, he wasn't really that great after his latter part of his career when he was with the Broncos. See, that's going to bankrupt us. And the Dolphins are, the Dolphins are offering him way too much money. I definitely want to get Bob Sanders. I think, I know it's crazy to say this, I think Peyton Manning's not worth it. That might be crazy to say, but I can't fathom giving Peyton Manning that much money. I really can't. He's 32 years old. He's not going to be the future of this franchise anyway. And while yes, he'll be really good for the next couple years, I mean you're selling everything just to get him, and I can't do that. Even Reggie Wayne at 29 years old, why? It is amazing when players hit free agency how much money they want. I mean, look at that, bro. 32 mil. I mean, he's going to be what? 1, 2, 3. Well, it's a 6-year contract. I'm an idiot. He'll be 37 years old making 43 mil in that year. I mean, I could restructure that deal eventually, but dude, see, now I can't do it. I'm about to pull that contract out. Like, at least with Bob Sanders, he'll be making 20 mil in, 4 years from now? So, he'll be 31 making 20 mil, which is not that crazy. It's Jeff Saturday. I do have a center, but I wouldn't mind having a replacement center. Okay, nope. The Broncos are offering too much money. Now, it is just ridiculous how much money these teams are offering these guys. I mean, when you really sit down and break it down and think about it, it's not worth it. We have David Garrard, Matt Schaub. No one's really interested in David Garrard. And to a certain degree, I'm interested. Yeah, it's not bad. 2-year contract, see what we can get out of him. Rudy Johnson, I'm going to let walk. I mean, not what walk, I'm not going to pick up. I am interested in another wide receiver here, but I might look toward the draft for that. Tight end, I'm not really interested in too much. Left tackle, I'm good. Center, yeah, it's going to cost way too much to get Jeff Saturday, and I'm not interested in spending all that for one player. Right tackle, yeah, no. All right, let's see what else we have. We have Aaron Smith available. I don't know, the 32 years old. He is a scheme fit, which I really do like. I guess 2 years, 11 million each isn't really the end of the world. We have one more player before we have to advance here. So, let's see what else options are available. Demario Williams. Okay, is there any cornerback available? Because that's something that this team really needs is a secondary. We got Bob Sand. Ooh, Brian did not see Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins is 35 years old. I mean, I'll throw a contract at him because I feel like I have to. All right, let's see who we got and we didn't get. We got Bob Sanders. Peyton Manning went to the Dolphins. Dolphins paid him 2 years, $42.4 million, and then they paid him a bonus of $66 million. How does that shape out? Let me go to awards, not awards, contract. So this shapes out to 52.7 per year for 2 years. Okay. It's actually not that crazy. Reggie Wayne, he signed a 4-year, $59.2 million contract. And his contract shapes out as what? 24-year. See, I mean, like, again, you look at the fact that in, 4 years, he'll be 33 years old making $30 million. I can't fathom that. That's way too much. Fred Taylor, he signed with us. So, the guys that we got was Bob Sanders, Fred Taylor, Brian Dawkins, and Aaron Smith. And I'm pretty okay with that. I think that's a pretty good lot right there. But now the question is, how are we going to go about this squad in the draft? Because we're going to have to rebuild this now in the draft. And again, like I said, we didn't get David Garrard, which I'm not really too upset about. Oh, this team, man. Tight end is definitely a position we do need to look at. This team is so bad. I kind of forgot how bad this team was. Okay, so what tight ends are available? Like, no one actually good. Okay, awesome. Ooh, let me think. Okay, so tight end's not really that good available. could look toward some more defensive options. Even if it's just like a small deal. Did Garrod, is he still like interested or... Nah, there's too many teams interested in him. And that actually gives me more money to spend elsewhere. So I kind of like that. Again, we'll just kind of roll with Kitna for another season. See how that works out, and hopefully that works out well for us. I'm just going to start throwing contract. I don't know why I just threw a free safety contract. That was stupid. We actually don't need a free safety. We just signed a strong safety and a free safety. I do need corners, though. That's definitely something I do need. Right outside linebacker. I'm just going to get depth at this point. I'm just throwing contracts out here at this point. Alright. Let's see. My signings. Alright. We got, what? A couple corners, and we got a middle linebacker. I mean, right outside linebacker. Alright, let's get right to the draft. Let's do best team available, though, so we can actually see what players we need and what players we don't need here. So, going into the draft, our squad's going to be, let's do best team available. We're going to need a tight end. That's definitely a thing in this draft that I want to look toward. Quarterback, again, like I said, I'm kind of on the fence about going Stafford next draft. And if that's the case, I'm not going Matt Ryan this draft. Middle linebacker is definitely a spot I would like to go for. There's a couple key spots here that we need to look at. But let's see what we pick. I believe if we're 5-11, we have to be top 5 pick. Unless the rest of the draft, unless the league just sucked that bad. I feel like we have to be top 5 in some capacity. But you never know with Madden, or real life, I guess. I say that, but then I just realized the Bears also went 5-11, and the Vikings went 5-11, so all these guys went 5-11. Alright, with the 8th overall pick. First pick was Chris Long. Second pick was Matt Ryan. Yeah, I figured Matt Ryan would be a top 5 pick. He usually is in this franchise. Now, I have done a franchise rebuild before, and I have actually selected Joe Flacco, and I know for a fact Joe is not that good in these franchise rebuilds. He's not. So, and in real life, Joe Flacco wasn't really that great for the Ravens until the last year of his contract. His rookie contract, where he went ahead and won a Super Bowl. And even that, I think, was a lot led by their defense and led by their Anquan Bolden, Torrey Smith, and all those guys. Ray Rice, etc. Yeah, no, all these quarterbacks suck. And I'm not gonna start this team off with drafting a bust. Gerard Mayo is definitely gonna be a star for me, right? Let me see. There's a lot of great players available here. Alright. What picks do we have? We have 8th, and we have second round 8th. Alright. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. No idea what happened. Steam just, like, jumped open. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? CJ2K. Oh, there's so many great players here. And what's the tight end market looking like? Okay. What I'm thinking about is Gerard Mayo. I think Gerard Mayo is the best option here as a start to this rebuild, and we're kind of figure everything else out after that. Alright, Donnie Avery goes, DRC goes. McFadden's going to go eventually, right? Or I think he might have already went. The question is, will CJ2K be available at our pick? He might be available at our pick at early second round here. Oh, Ravens. I hate you so much for taking him. Alright, Ravens took him. Deshaun Jackson goes. Jonathan Stewart goes. Alright, who's going to be available for us? Jordy Nelson. I kind of wanted Jordy Nelson. Matt Forte. Oh my god, there's a lot of great players going off the board here. Alright, so now we are up. It sucks, but it is what it is. Tracy Porter Sr. is up. Okay. He has D-man coverage. I don't think he's going to be that good in this franchise. We got Brandon Flowers, who was a really great player for the Chiefs for a long time. Funny thing is, I don't think I need corner, even though ironically enough, you'd think I would. Ray Rice is available. I know. Oh, Jamal Charles is available. Ooh. We just signed Fred Taylor, and we also re-signed our other guy, so we don't need him. I mean, it's, you can never say you don't need that man right there. He's an absolute monster. But for what we are working with, we're not going to need him. Or he's not going to be the best option for us. He would be a third-string running back, and eventually would work his way up to a starting running back. The question is, you see Jamal Charles on the board, and you sit there and say you're not going to take him. That's the problem here. But you also have a lot of other guys on the board too, and you can only take so many players. I need a left end, but there's no real good left ends available. Like, that's definitely a problem here that I'm not going to be able to fix. I'm going Jamal Charles. This is stupid, because I really shouldn't take him here. But giving our offense a difference maker, I feel like would be a smart idea. Felix Jones goes, Jerome Simpson goes, Rashad Menninghall goes, Jason Jones, Martellus Bennett. I kind of wanted Martellus Bennett a lot. Especially because after Martellus Bennett, I feel like the tight end position really drops off. There's not as many great players for the tight end position after Martellus Bennett. Craig Stevens, Tracy Porter, okay, Brandon Flowers. Dang, I was kind of hoping he dropped to us. Especially because that would have been huge for us if we would have gotten him. All right. Cliff Averill. I was kind of hoping we got Cliff Averill as well. I feel like all the guys I wanted to drop to us did not drop to us there. Oh, okay. Now we got our options available. I might let the CPU select the rest of these guys, I'll be honest, guys. Alright, so let's look at the draft recap real fast. So, we went ahead and got Terrell Thomas. We got Tyvon Branch, yeah. Mike Gibson, a couple other guys. Not bad. Alright, so let's get right into the season guides, and let's see how this ends up working. Alright, let's get right into the season, guys. Obviously, you can't fix everything in 1 year, right? So, our goal this year is just to go better than 0-16, what the Lions did in real life. And I think, personally speaking, we're going to go better than 0-16. So, we still don't really have a tight end situation figured out, right? Guard's kind of iffy. I think for the most part, we're good outside of that. The quarterback situation, again, it's up in the air. But I think we should be better than 5-11 from last season. We should be okay now. Let's look at free agents. I don't want to spend too much money, though, because I don't want to go, I don't want to just completely bankrupt this team. And the best free agent tight end available is a 59 overall. So let's just start off right away. We played the New England Patriots, okay, and that's a loss. Okay, well, yeah, kind of expected that. Week 2, we played the Green Bay Packers. We'll see how this goes. Maybe a tad bit better. Hopefully. Okay. 0-2. Good thing is, if we do go 0-16, we get Matthew Stafford again, like in real life. Who got hurt? Okay, right end. That's not really that big of a deal. Also, what we got to check out is who wants to negotiate. 7 players want to negotiate. We have, no money at all because of our last free agency situation. Good thing is, though, none of these guys I really care about negotiating with. Although I will say that I might actually start thinking about trading some of these guys then, because I don't really have a purpose for them. And if they're going to leave anyway, I might as well get draft capital to actually, figure something out with them, because there's no real reason not to. Crap, he's on IR, so I can't. He's injured right now. He's literally the guy who just got injured. Dan Orlovsky, haha, love this guy in real life. But in Madden, I'm not too much of a fan of him. Punter situation, he is 39 years old. He's going to retire anyway, so if I could, technically speaking, get a draft pick for him, I wouldn't really mind. And again, listen, I'm not trying to give up on this season already. We're only 1-2, but, you know, kind of have to start thinking logically here long term. Especially because we know this is going to be a multi-year type rebuild situation. It's not going to be a one-year type thing. The situation is going to take a little bit longer to get going. Again, better than 0-16 is what I care about. But right now, we're 1-4, and that's not... It's not looking too freaking great, man. This is not looking too great. Alright, so... Nobody wants these guys just straight up trading for them. So I'm going to trade them away, as in, I'm going to try to see if I can get like a 6th or 7th round draft pick for them. Because none of these guys are actually good. Alright, 5th round draft pick for them, I'll take it. I might keep Daniel Lasky. I probably won't, actually. He's still hurt for 1 week, okay. Daniel Lasky, I mean, is there a team out there? Usually there's always a team out there that would give you like a 1st or something for... Not 1st, but I would say like a 5th or a 6th for a quarterback. Especially because potentially that team, you know, might need that guy in the end. They might need him as like a backup guy. 4th round draft pick? I didn't think so. I'll be honest, I kind of want draft picks this year, though. So, Falcons just took... still have Michael Vick. Ooh. See, in this franchise, Michael Vick doesn't go to jail. Ooh, I have an idea. So, in this franchise, Michael Vick doesn't go to jail. So, he's dominant, and he's still a really great quarterback. I will be honest, there is a part of me right now who's thinking about trading for Michael Vick. I'm not going to do it, but there is a part of me who thinks that that might be a good idea. Because think about it, if Michael Vick never went to jail for what he did, and he never fought dogs, then that he would be one of the most dominant guys in the NFL history right now. I mean, he already is dominant, but he would be even more dominant if he never did any of that. So, I'm just saying, you know. Alright, going to our bye week, we're actually like, what, 4-4? 4-3? Well, 4-4 going to our bye week. That's not bad at all. Alright, we actually started the season off really crappy, but we kind of turned it around. And by the way, yes, there are 18 weeks now again, as I said in the beginning of the video. There was 17 weeks because that was how it was in 2007. But after the first year, it goes back to 18 weeks, sadly. So, just a little side note there. But 5-4, okay. Maybe we don't need Michael Vick. Maybe we do need Michael Vick. I feel like this is going to change whether or not we need him 1,000 times throughout the rest of this video. 6-5. Now, we're gonna try to do this realistically here. We're not gonna do this crazy. We could do this crazy and, you know, go out there and try to go short term, but we're going for long-term play here. We're going for a long-term play. We're trying to build this team up as best as we can for a long-term situation. We lost to the Cardinals, who sucked. Oh, man. Alright. 7-7. We're on the cusp of the playoffs. I did not think we were going to beat that team at all, which I'm not surprised we didn't. Who got hurt? We got 2 new injuries. Bob Sanders is out for 3 weeks, and Sean Rogers is also hurt. Great. So we got 2 more injuries to deal with. We are on the cusp of the playoffs if we can win these last 2 games. And it looks like we are not going to be a playoff team. So, almost a playoff team, which I'm actually pretty damn happy about for my second year in this franchise. Obviously, I wasn't expecting to be a Super Bowl team after year 1. But from going 5-11 to 7-10, and again, in real life, this team was 0-16. So I feel like we're progressing somewhat, you know? We might not be the greatest, but we're progressing in some way, and we're better than the original team was, which I do really like. Okay, so man, we had a good season too. That's the thing. It's like 7-10. You might look at it like, oh, that's a horrible season, and to a certain degree, it is. But it was, for what we had, a really good season. I'm actually really happy, and I think we have a lot of building blocks to go off of for this team to really, keep pushing this forward. I mean, Brian Dawkins, 4 interceptions. That signing in the offseason actually worked out pretty damn well for us. It wasn't a perfect signing, but it was actually pretty damn good. Alright, so let's go to NFL. Tony Romo probably won MVP, or Tom Brady or Carson Palmer. Who won an MVP? Tom Brady. Okay, that's not surprising at all. So, yeah, Super Bowl time. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl, and I'm going to guess it's the Chargers. I don't know why, but there's so many franchises I've done lately, and the Chargers in 2007 are the team that always wins the Super Bowl. So, I'm going to guess it's the Chargers. It's Steelers-Cowboys. Ooh, an old Super Bowl rematch. Kind of like this. And it's going to be 17-0 Cowboys. You know, as a Bengals fan, that's a beautiful sight. That's a very beautiful sight. Let's get into free agency, guys. Free agency. Yet again. Alright, we got to sim past this signing thing because we're not re-signing anyone here. But free agency, it's definitely here yet again. And we have $54 million. So, ooh. It still is not. Ooh, Alex Smith. So, listen, we were a good enough team where we're not going to have a first pick overall in the draft. We're not. Alex Smith's not a bad option. Especially, I mean, he's not costing that much. So I have 2 options here, right? One is trade up in the draft and try to get Matthew Stafford, which I'm going to have to get the first pick overall to get Stafford. Not really something I'm, like, too amped about doing / want to do. I love Stafford, but I think, for how much it's going to cost to trade up to get him, it might not be worth it. But at the same time, now I'm thinking about it, like, having Stafford on a rookie deal would be really freaking nice. That would be nice to have Stafford on a rookie deal, especially for the next whatever time period. Alright, so I gotta think. I gotta think about how I want to do this. Alright, so I think we're going to have to... I'm going to do it. I'm going to trade up. I'm going to trade up for the first overall pick. We're rebuilding this team. We got to get a quarterback. And while Smith is nice, I don't really love the idea just because of the fact that Smith would be a nice plug-and-play right now. But with how much he costs, we need to build around a rookie quarterback. And I think Stafford would probably be the best option. Hang on. So, the Texans end up trading me the first overall pick for really not that much. 2 firsts and a 4th. So, actually works out pretty damn well. And now Stafford is going to be a member of this squad just like in real life. So, shout out to the Texans because I was expecting to have to pay more. Usually when I do these rebuilds and when I trade for the first pick, it's usually a lot I gotta give up. Like, I usually give up like 3 first-round picks. I think the reason why is because this year's the draft isn't as crazy as previous years. When it comes to what's called the players available. That might be why, of the quarterback position. Because other than Stafford, there's not many other quarterbacks that are too crazy great available. Hey, look, Lee Evans. He was great for the Ravens. Yeah. Oh, Lee Evans, man. You gotta love him. You gotta love Lee Evans. Alright, so we got a tight end. We got a guard figured out. So we got a line figured out a little bit. And now it really comes down to just getting Stafford figured out. And that's gonna be the toughy one. It's gonna be the tough one. Seeing and making sure Stafford can work with his team. So, taking a look at this lineup now. Once we do a just lineup. Here we go. We're looking a lot better. We're looking a lot better in our second year now. Third years now. I feel a lot more confident about this team. And we just need to now take our franchise quarterback and get that whole situation figured out. So, let's get it, boys. Alright, here we go, boys. First pick overall. Just like real life. Woo-hoo-hoo. I am not skipping. My bad. Almost skipped right there. Just like real life, it's time that Stafford comes on home to Detroit. You know, in real life, he ended up leaving the Lions eventually and winning a Super Bowl with them. We can't see who actually the next pick is. For some reason, the thing is glitched. But let's go to our second round pick. So we got Stafford. He is now a franchise quarterback. Bradley Fletcher. I forgot. To 2000 and I think was this the 9 draft or 8 draft? 9 draft. This did have Bradley Fletcher in it, and he was good. In real life, he was. I don't know if he's gonna be good in this draft now that I realize that. So we got a right guard in free agency. Left guard, we could go with somebody else. Alex Boone ended up being really good in real life. In this thing, it says undrafted, but he looks like he has a pretty good stat. So we might take him later on. We still need a middle linebacker to get figured out. Although all these players here are later on draft picks. Although Stanley looks pretty decent. Victor Butler. See, I'm trying to think. My memory of football, I have good football memory, but there are some players that I'm just like kind of forget a little bit about. Paul Kruger actually played for the Ravens and then he played for the Browns. He was on that Ravens 2008? Not 8. He was on that Ravens squad in 2009 that went to the AFC Championship game versus Steelers. But he also was on the squad a couple years after that who actually... There was like a famous quote, like there's a nightmare on Pittsburgh Street for Paul Kruger and the Baltimore Ravens. Something like that. That was a while after, though. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I want to do this. Ladarius Webb was an old-time Raven forever. He was really good with the Ravens. Great hands guy for punt and kick return, but he was also a really good corner, and then eventually became a safety. Bradley Fletcher is the guy I'm interested in. It's just, I don't think his stats can be that good. I'm gonna let the CPU handle this, because I'm still on the fence about some of these guys' names, and who these guys are. Alright, let's get it. I did not mean to go to adjust lineup. I meant to go to our draft recap. So let's see. Draft recap. We got Stafford, number 1. We got Vollmer, number 2. Okay. Deion Butler, nice. Yeah, no one I really know/care about there. Number 2 was the Panthers. They got Robert Ayers. Brian Arakbo went to the Bills. He was a commander in real life. B.J. Raji, Packer, went to the Giant, ironically. Brian Cushion, who was a Texan and played alongside J.J. Watt, actually went to the Browns. Clay Matthews, Packers, went to the Colts. James Laurinaitis, who was a Ram, went to the Bengals. Crabtree, 49er, went to the Jets. Jeremy Maclin, who was an Eagle, went to the Texans. Okay. Darius Hayward-Bay, that's funny. He was actually a Steeler. I don't remember if he was a Raider first or a Steeler first. I know he was a Raider and Steeler at some point, but I'm not sure. Michael Orr, the blindside Ravens guy, went to the Seahawks. Okay. Percy Harvin, Vikings, kick return and punt returner, and great wide receiver. There we go. Mike Wallace, Steelers receiver for the longest time. He also played for the Ravens at one point. LaShawn McCoy, Eagles running back, went to the Jets. Ladarius Webb went to the Patriots. That's ironic. Because this time period, yeah, maybe not this time period. A couple years in the future is when we're starting to talk about the Patriots-Ravens rivalry. And that's when it really kicked off. That was probably around 2 years in the future. 1.5 years. Alright, let's get right into the season, guys, and see how this goes. Alright, so here's what our lineup is looking like going into the season. We have a rookie quarterback in Matthew Stafford, Dallas Clark as a veteran tight end here. Defensively, we're rocking with a pretty damn good unit. Still rocking not really the best second middle linebacker spot, but listen, I think we're a pretty damn good team. And free agency, is there anything good in free agency that we can even look at? Right tackles, Yeah, not really. Is there a middle linebacker? Antonio Pierce. Ooh, the Raiders head coach. You know what? I'm just gonna pick him up. Why not? Maybe he'll be pretty decent for us. Who knows? Kind of funny to like see some of these like coaches now and then like go back in the old days like now and you're like, wow, these guys are literally like NFL players. I don't know, it's just kind of weird to see them now in NFL uniforms. 20-18, first game we won versus the Steelers. Okay, let's start the season off correctly. Now we play the Minnesota Vikings. See, we traded up all that to get that first pick. I think it's going to be worth it. I have faith in Stafford. Okay, even if we lose, I still have faith in Stafford. I mean, it doesn't really change anything. Brett Favre's still in the Vikings. I mean, still on the Packers, so that's going to be great. Bernard Morris got hurt. Okay, Jake Scott got hurt. Why is Bernard Morris in the game? Something's happening here? No? Okay. I guess he might have got hurt in process. That might be what happened. He might have got hurt in process or something, and it's not actually game time. Like, he just got hurt from randomly. So, I don't think this really indicates that he was getting any play time. I keep forgetting that in Madden, players can get hurt in practice all the time, and it has nothing to do with the actual game. Alright, now we play the Cowboys. We beat the Cowboys 2-2. I mean, listen, last year we were on the cusp of the playoffs with, in all honest opinion, a way worse quarterback situation. Now, we had an easier schedule last year. That's definitely another thing that helped us. But we played the St. Louis Rams. We beat them. Another new injury. Holy crap, Jamal Charles went down. We are losing players left and right now. We are absolutely losing players left and right. All right, so we have to do the 2010 draft, right? Yeah, so 2010 draft, which who is available in this draft? This is the Sam Bradford draft. Oh, but this is also the Gronkowski draft. Yes, this is Gronkowski draft. Okay. See, we have the hindsight of knowing who is available at this time. Players negotiate. Who wants a contract? Okay. To be honest, I don't really care about any of these guys. I mean, I want Ernie Sims to come back. I like him. I think he's important. But left tackle, no. No. Yeah, no. All you guys can enjoy free agency. I'm not interested. Alright, so not bad. See, right now we're in a situation where we haven't signed too many crazy players to big deals. So we're kind of in that kind of cusp area where I feel like we're kind of safe, I will say, to a certain degree. 3-3. Now we play the Minnesota Vikings. And we lost. Okay, 3-4. Come on. New York Giants are not that tough. Come on, guys. Yeah, let's go. All right. 5-3 Packers. This one's in their house as well, which I don't like doing. We won. Holy crap. Stafford might be the guy, bro. Stafford might be the franchise quarterback of the future. Now we play the Bengals. Okay. It's going to be tough. We lose the Bengals. Dang it. 3-7 Bears. There's no way we lose to this team. We lost 9-0 in our home stadium. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Now we play the Chiefs. And we beat the Chiefs. That's good. We are a weird team. We lose games that I think we should win. And then we win games I think we should lose. I don't get it. We played a 6-6 Eagles. And we win that game. We played a 5-8 Bears. We just lost to them a little while ago. And this time we beat them. Okay. We're 8-6. We play the Cleveland Brownies, who are actually pretty damn good right now, under Ken Anderson. We lost to them. We play the Redskins. Okay. Come on. You gotta get a W here. We're gonna end this season like we ended last season, where we just lose out the rest of the year, and we miss the playoffs because of it. Yup. 8-9. We just lost out the rest of the year, and that's our problem. We started off so good, and it's like the last 3-4 games of the season. We just fall apart. All right, well, you know what? At least we're getting somewhat of a rebuild back together, okay? It's not perfect, but it's something. And I think we definitely need to work on another wide receiver or two. All right. I think this team's coming together pretty well. Question is, though, let's see what our stats look like. So, Stafford, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Okay. Here's the big thing I look at. He was sacked 32 times. See, that's a problem. That's something we have to work on, is the offensive line around Stafford. Because getting sacked that much times is a problem here. Also, Calvin Johnson not really doing too crazy numbers-wise. That Aaron Smith pickup was great, though. I mean, 9.5 sacks. He led our teams in sacks. So that definitely helped us out immensely. But, like, for example, what's the average quarterback sacked-wise? So, okay, that's not too bad, then. Rivers was sacked 27 times. 46 times Rex Grossman. Yeah, compared to our guy, then, that's actually not really that bad. Yeah, it's up there, though. And, you know, we got to work on the offensive line. But Michael Vick was sacked the same amount of time. So, actually, that's not really that horrendous. Is it? It's Tony Romo. Okay. I figured it was Tony Romo. Now, I feel like the Super Bowl is going to be the Chargers. I've had too many Super Bowls, guys, with the Chargers being in the Super Bowl. Now that every year I just think the Chargers are going to get there. All right, let's see. Is it the Chargers? That's the question. It's Dolphins, Cowboys. Cowboys just won the last Super Bowl. So, is it going to be it again? And the Cowboys won another Super Bowl. Back-to-back rings for the Cowboys. All right, so we signed 2 free agents. We signed Devin Hester and we signed Rich Subert, offensive lineman. So that's, my opinion, a W. So let's get right into the draft, guys, though. And actually, before we do that, we're going to have to take a look at our lineup to see what players we have, what players we need. We know we need another middle linebacker. We know that. We picked up a left guard in free agency, which is going to help us out drastically. But we're also wide receiver. We got Devin Hester, but Devin Hester's never been known for, like, his receiving ability. He's really a kick punt returner. That's, like, his biggest thing he's good for. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a wide receiver, but I'm saying, like, he is a kick and punt returner. That's his big thing, his big stick there. Let's take a look. So, best team available. Okay. Ooh, center's definitely a need. Tight end, backup tight end's a need. Wide receiver, again, would be nice to have. Fred Taylor has fallen off completely. This defense has kind of fallen off as well. Second middle linebacker, a left or right end. We'll kind of see how this draft falls to us, right? Because we were on the cusp of making the playoffs, so we are now the 15th overall pick. JPP goes first. Brandon Graham goes second. Sue goes third. Eric Berry, Gerard McCoy, Earl Thomas. No quarterback so far. Interesting. Dan Williams, DT, RIP DT. Derek Morgan. Sam Bradford, first quarterback off the board at pick 11. I think in real life he went way earlier than that. Trent Williams, okay. Joe Hayden and Kareem Jackson. Okay, so we have pick 15 here. We have some really good running backs available, but we're not looking for running backs. This is a Gronkowski draft. Keep that in mind. Problem is here, right? What picks do we have? Does Gronkowski slip to the second round is my question. Because there's no way I don't go Dez Bryant here. I gotta go Dez Bryant here. Thing is, though, if Gronk is still available, I feel like I have to here trade up. Okay. Alright, I'm trading up. I'm not waiting another pick. I can't wait another pick for this. Because the chance of losing Gronk is not worth it. I can't risk losing Gronkowski here. Alright, they're not going to accept that. I'm going to have to go with probably a 4th. I might be able to finagle this. A 2, 4, and a 6. Alright, awesome. I have to. I have to trade up. I can't afford not to. Not when you have Gronkowski on the board, okay? When you have Gronkowski on the board, you're going up and getting him. You're going up and getting Rob Gronkowski. Especially because he's going to be an absolute superstar for a long time for us. And we'll look back at the draft after this is over to see every pick. But, who do I want now is the question. Right end, we got Sap. Not really interested. Ugh. No. I was trying to get Vince Wilfork in free agency and didn't work out. Geno Atkins. He's a superstar. He's going to be an absolute gem. That's going to be a great pick right there for us. Let's go to the next pick here. Let's see who's available. Gotta keep in mind that the Travis Kelce draft is coming up as well. That's another draft that's going to be pretty damn good, is the Travis Kelce draft. I think that's 2011, I want to say. Arthur Moats. Oh, lordy. He was a Steeler. He was a Raven for a period of time. It's funny how many Ravens players play on the Steelers later in their career and vice versa. And then you have Mike Hilton who went to the Bengals after it was on the Steelers. Joe Hayden went to was on the Browns, then went to the Steelers. It is amazing that we just kind of, in the AFC North, we just recycle all of our guys. Altron Werner was actually pretty damn good later on in his career. He wasn't that good early in his career, I don't feel like. He might have been. But he was really good later on in his career. So let me skip the rest of the draft guy. Alright, so we got Dez Bryant, we got Rob Gronkowski, we got Geno Atkins, and we got Werner. We also got Batten, and we got Will Young. So that's cool. But let's take a look at how this draft ended up going. So we saw the first couple picks ourselves, obviously, as we went along here. But after pick 15, Derek Morgan. Oh, nice. After pick 15 when we went, Nate Allen went, then Micah Tupati, Kyle Wilson, Tim Tebow to the Panthers, okay. Golden Tate to the Bucks, Brian Beloga, the Packers left tackle, went to the Bengals, Patrick Robinson, we got Gronk. Sean Lee, the Cowboys guy, went to the Saints, okay. Russell Kuhn, who actually, pretty sure he did play for the Commanders in real life, so actually not really that crazy. The Vikings D-tackle went to the Chargers. Ooh, CJ Spiller. Marquise Pouncey, is this the Steelers or the Dolphins guy? There's Marquise and there's Mike Pouncey. I believe Marquise was the Dolphins guy. I don't remember, to be honest. Jermaine Gresham, okay. Ben Tate. Carlos Dunlap, the Bengal guy for a long time. Then he also played for the Chiefs. And he played for the Jets. I think he's on the Jets right now. Sergio Kendall, he was a bust. That's ironic that the Ravens took Sergio Kendall. So Sergio Kendall, I wouldn't say he was a bust. Let me not put it in that context. Sergio Kendall was a really good linebacker out of Texas. And the Ravens drafted him in the second round. They thought he was going to be a great player. He ended up falling down a flight of stairs right after the draft because he was drunk. And he got a head injury because of it. And he could never play football again. So I don't want to say he was a bust per se because he could have been good, but it was a freak incident that happened where he fell down a flight of stairs and got hurt. I guess you could say that's kind of his fault, but yeah, it is what it is, you know. Let's get right into the season, guys. All right, another season down, another year to rebuild and get better, man. All right, so let's do best team available here. Jamal Charles is now a starting running back. Not really that surprising. I want to put Dez Bryant over Devin Hester. I want to get him more involved. I will say for the most part, I think this offense looks pretty damn good. Defensively, I think we're pretty okay. We definitely need some ends, man. We need some ends completely badly. I might do something that I don't like to do too much in these rebuilds, and that is not do completely what the, what team was that? The Rams did, where they went all in and traded everyone trying to get like a superstar team. But I'm not against the idea of maybe just getting someone decent at the end position and maybe trading a draft pick for that. Because I do want to build up these ends a tad bit. And I feel like the right left end is going to be a huge problem for us. But I'm also not going to spend an arm and a leg to get somebody. And a lot of these ends cost, like, way too much money. They're literally to a point where it's, like, not even worth it. Ziggy Hood. Like, dude, none of these ends are way too expensive. And none of them are, like, superstars or any, like, crazy greatness. I might just rock with who we have. Justin Smith, though, that might be interesting. So he's older. He's 31. But he has a couple years left on him. You know, it could be good. Do I trade a third? I'm going to try it. Oh, third and a fifth for a guy this old. I don't love the idea, but there we go. I don't love that idea, and I'm not too much of a fan of it, but we got to cut one player here, so let's just cut this guy. Whatever. I'm not too much of a fan of that, but I feel like we have to get something on that defensive line because right now our defensive line is like trash can, and we're going to really regret this, especially with the fact that right now I feel like we have a good enough team to kind of get everything going together. So we traded a little bit too much for that, but it is what it is. Let's get right into the season. So, first game of the season, the Chicago Bears. We have back-to-back divisional games. That's going to be fun. Bears are the team so far, this franchise, who's been giving us so much issues. I don't understand how this team gives us so many problems. It literally makes no sense to me. Like, we should not be having this much issues with the Chicago Bears. Don't get me wrong, they were a decent team at this time, but still. Like, they weren't good enough to completely beat us every single time. Oh, man. Okay, we beat the Vikings. That's a W at least. Now we play the Cowboys. Gonna be a tough game. We lose to the Cowboys. Okay. 1-2. Man, this rebuild is... I'll say one thing. We are taking an 0-16 team and trying to make something out of nothing, but... Damn, is this rebuild going to be interesting. Alright, we got to do 2011 draft class, which is... That's the Von Miller draft class. Ooh, there's a lot of good players in that. Wait, is this the Travis Kelce? Maybe? No, wait. What draft class was Kelce then? Was he 2012? Kelce draft, let me see. He was 2013. Okay, he was 2013. So he's coming up. We have 13 players that want contracts. Calvin wants a contract. And we need to get him back under contract. Oh, the rest of these guys can kind of walk. What's up the 5th-year option on him? The rest of these guys can walk, though. Right tackle, I wouldn't 100% say that. Yeah, we're going to have to restructure some deals to get that figured out. Let's see what we can do here with that. Bob Sanders. Let's restructure your deals. It's a new thing in Madden 24. We can actually restructure player deals, which helps you out a little bit to kind of, you know, figure out contract options. I'm pretty sure Calvin's supposed to have a 5th-year option, by the way. For some reason in this franchise, he doesn't. He's supposed to have a 5th-year option. The only other guy I really care about re-signing is our right tackle here. Other than that, Alexander, I would like to re-sign, but let's see what trade offers are available for Alexander. Because I know that, yeah, he's getting trade offers here. Larry Foote. No, I'm good. Brandon Graham. Are you going to give me some draft capital or just give me, like, random players here? Danny Amendola. Man, I don't want, like, figure at that point I'm just giving him away. I mean, I know he's going to be a free agent anyway. But I'd rather use his services for this year and have him on the squad than just give him away. I'm not going to just give him away. There's no, like, no point there. I'm just, like, forfeiting the season pretty much. 1-3, baby. Come on. Let's have a comeback season here. Who got hurt? Rob Gronkowski, 12 weeks. Oh, his injury proneness is going to be great, isn't it? His injury proneness is going to be fantastic. Okay. I'll take Danny Amendola. I mean, at this point, I'm 1-4, man. Like, we're now at a point where we're just gonna try to hopefully salvage something. 1-5? Bro, what happened to this team? Feel like we were actually going uphill, and now we're going back downhill in a downhill battle. 2-5, okay. We're 2 cuspy years of making the playoffs, and now we're just like, playoffs aren't even in the same radar as us. We're now talking about a top 5 pick, which isn't really the worst thing in the world when you look at the team we have. I almost into the playoffs, guys. This is actually getting bad. 5-12. 5-12. Okay. Well, not exactly what we wanted here. But at the same time, it is what it is. You know, it's going to have to continue to be great. That's pretty much all we can do at this point. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Actually, no, let me see this real fast. So, player stats, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. 657 yards for our starting running back. Calvin still has yet to hit a 1,000-yard season. We might change. Justin Smith, by the way, was a good pickup by me there. We might change how we set this up, like our playbook. Because I know in Madden that the Chiefs playbook is really OP when it comes to how everything gets set up. Like when it comes to slot receivers and stuff. So let me go to manage staff, I believe. Yeah, manage staff. Team schemes. Okay, let me do this. We're going to change this as well. We're going to change to our vertical zone scheme. I'm going to go to a 3-4. And Kansas City is the one that's OP. So that should be better than what we have right now. And then Baltimore should be better on defense. Where's Casey? There he is. And then Baltimore should be better on defense. Hopefully this helps us out. Because if not, this squad, we're going to have to really keep rehauling and getting this thing figured out. Because right now, this squad is kind of between a rock and a hard place. Bills-Panthers Super Bowl. A Super Bowl we have never seen. Let's see. 9-3. That is a horrible Super Bowl. Alright. So, first thing we have to do here is got to pick up 5th-year option on Gerard Mayo. We should be able to, yeah, 5th-year option on Gerard Mayo. Yes, I accepted that. Okay. The rest of these guys, we're just going to let them walk. Just going to let them walk, and we're not going to really be participating in free agency because we spent a lot of money. And we're just going to have to use the pick we have, which is, I believe, a top 5 pick, right? Keep in mind, we don't have... We traded away our pick. See, part of me thought we did. But part of me said, no, I wouldn't do that. Why would I trade away my pick? Okay. That's the mistake of trying to go all in for 1 year. It is what it is. I'm not gonna trade back and try to get a 1st round pick here. We're just gonna start drafting for the 2nd round. It is what it is, you know. So, we'll start with the 2nd round. We have an early 2nd round pick, which in theory is like the equivalent of a late 1st round pick. In the end, because it's only going to be the 5th pick in the 2nd round. It's not a big deal. It sucks, though, because we could have had Von Miller or someone like that. But, hey, listen, this draft is still really good. There's still a lot of good talent in the 2nd round. So, getting a 2nd round pick is still going to be a huge W. Alright, so let's see who first pick is. Von. That's not surprising. J.J. Watt, Julio Jones, Alden Smith, Cam Newton, Marcel Darius, Bruce Carter, Coy Lingent, Ryan Kerrigan, A.J. Green, Patrick Peterson, Cam Jordan, Robert Quinn, Adrian Claiborne, Jimmy Smith, Aaron Williams, Danny Watkins, Cam Haywood, Prince of Akamora, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, Phil Taylor, Mike Pouncey, Tyron Smith, Nick Fairley, Chris Conti, Kyle Rudolph, the Red Zone Reindeer, Blaine Blabbard, Mark Ingram, James Carpenter, Muhammad Wilkerson, Anthony Costanzo, Ryan Mallett, Jake Locker, and Jarvis Jenkins. Okay, so who's available for us? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Raheem Moore. He was actually not that bad. DeMarco Murray's pretty damn good, but I'm not looking for that. What I'm looking for here, Pernell McPhee, the old Ravens guy, that's kind of funny. Left outside linebacker. Linebackers in general looks like is what we need. Akeem Ayers, I don't think he really pans out too well in franchise. Dude, there's like no one good at the linebacker spot here. Unless I'm completely missing somebody. All right, hold up. Let's look at what we need. Let's look at what we need and kind of figure out from there. So let's go to manage roster, right? Adjust lineup. Okay. Let's go best team available. Let's kind of get a general gist here. We don't have a center. That's why it says free agent. We need a center. Dez Bryant really never panned out. And Dez also, the problem with him is he was only a bronze development trait. So that's going to be a problem. We need a right end. We need a left outside linebacker. Okay. Corner would be nice. There's a lot of positions. How about we do this? Can we trade down? Okay, so this would give us a second round pick by the Bills. This is a second round pick here. So I wish it would tell you like what pick each one is. Wait, hang on. So this is 2011. What draft is this? This 2011 draft? It is. Okay. So we're looking for a 2011 second. Although they're going to give us a first in 2013. Ooh. We could be looking long term here, right? We're looking long term here. Might not be the smartest idea ever, but for what we have right now, getting another first in 2 years from now, I think it's going to be the smartest idea. It might not be. Christian Ponder. I sometimes ponder the ideas as well. Maybe I'll stack up on picks here. Maybe that's something we could do. I don't know why Brooks Reed keeps getting drafted like 74 times. I think that's just a glitch. Anyway. Ooh. See, now we're sitting here in a weird spot. Can we do the center, right? Jason Kelsey. Look at that. That right there, my man, is called a slam dunk. That's a slam dunk pick right there. We trade back, and we end up getting Jason Kelsey. All right. It's called a slam dunk. I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of these guys are going to pan out too well. Let's go to tight end. Sure. Jordan. You know what? Maybe you'll be good. Maybe you won't. Who knows? And I'll just do the last couple picks here. Oh, we have a lot of 6th round picks. I just forgot about that. All right. I'm going to trade these ones away. Hang on, guys. All right. Another year. Another situation will get figured out, right? Let's go, boys. We do not have a backup running back behind Jamal Charles. Holy crap. I didn't realize how bad our backup running back situation is. And also free safety and also a lot of other positions. Wow. Okay. We're going to do some cuts real fast. Let's get right into that. Because we have a lot of bad players on this roster. And like the free agents ones, it's just literally a filler position for the draft. So we're going to have to cut those guys. But we also don't really have too many backups of those said positions as well. Which is a problem. But we can cut like this guy. We don't need him. He's pretty trash, garbage. Man, we are really not doing good at the defensive line position. We still need a center, but we just drafted Jason Kelsey, so he should be good moving forward. We'll cut this guy, Pedro. So what I'm thinking here, right? I don't want to go all in, because that's what we did before, and it didn't work. Well, we didn't go all in. We went sort of all in. We kind of, you know, hinted at the idea of going all in. But Kevin Jones is hurt, so we don't really have a backup running back. So let's see what running backs are available. Let's see what running backs are available, and also what other players are available in free agency here. Okay, well, hold up. Brandon Jacobs is available. Darren Sproles is available. Okay. We're going to go Darren Sproles. And then we'll have Jamal Charles, and then the other guy will come back, which will be good. Free safety, Pat Watkins is available. We also have Wilson available. I'm going to pick up this guy to the squad. Nate Clemens is available. Ooh, wait, who else is available other than him? Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of want to go younger, if anything, for our secondary to help us out. Go with him. How about left end? Left end or right end? I'll go with this guy. He's a little older, but a veteran's not going to hurt us. Go to the right end here. And that should help us out a little bit. So let's take a look at what the squad's looking like now. Picking up some free agents, adds some free agents to the squadron, right? We should be a little bit better here. Best team available. Alright, so we got our second running back figured out. He's going to be back eventually. How long is he out for? 1 week. Oh, yeah, he'll be back. So we'll be fine there. But we have another running back for the time being to help us out. Dez hopefully gets a little bit better this year. We have our second middle linebacker spot still kind of up in the air. Left outside linebacker still up in the air. Is there a left outside linebacker in free agency we can pick up? That's another position I would like to do. Free agency, let's look. Left outside linebacker. Doesn't look like anyone that good. Joey Porter Sr., 34 years old, up there in age, but again, bring a veteran in, see what a veteran can do. Maybe he could actually help us out. I mean, at this point, why not? You know, just get as many good players on the roster as possible. So we had a little bit of a problem. My whole PC crashed, which corrupted the file of my Lions franchise series. So I got 99.9% of the roster back together through a lot of putting and piecing back together this roster. It's not perfect, but it's pretty much very similar to what we had before. So I apologize for that, but just a part of doing mods and Madden mods is that sometimes your PC crashes and sometimes there's a whole entire mess going on. So let me smartly here go ahead and save my file before we continue. So hopefully there's no problem. But as you saw, the roster looks very similar, if not the same as before. Just some players got drafted at different positions, and yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting situation. 2012, though, let's go ahead and go into this draft here. This is the Andrew Luck draft. Oh, okay. Well, we're still sticking with Stafford. Not really interested in moving on from him. Although, Stafford's contract is going to come up soon, right? His contract should come up soon. We could probably trade him for 3 first-round picks. Andrew Luck is going to be dominant. And he is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. In this league, honestly. And right now, Stafford just not getting the job done. But if I do trade Stafford, it would be with the intentions of that I'm just trying to make sure he's not available right now. Oh, he is available, 5th-year option. So I did trade him. It would have to be for guaranteed the first pick overall in the draft. And the problem is, well, there's no guaranteeing I'm going to get the first pick overall if I went ahead and did that. That's my only problem with going with Stafford or trading Stafford here, would be I'm not guaranteed to get the first pick in the draft to get not RG3, but Andrew Luck. So that would be my only issue / problem. And because of that, I don't know if it would be worth it to go ahead and go all out there and try to get Stafford. I'm going to trade Stafford away. So I might pick up the 5th-year option. Maybe once we get throughout the season, we'll kind of see where things are headed and what direction things are going into. But for right now, I'm probably just going to keep Stafford, pick up the 5th-year option, and kind of work on from there. And this season so far, for his 5th-year option here, he's actually playing pretty damn good. Usually how it works with these quarterbacks is they play kind of mid a lot, and then they are in the last year of the contract, and then they play really good. You're like, oh, this is a really good quarterback. We just lost to the 0-6 Packers. You're like, oh, this is a really good quarterback, and then they fall off the face of the earth. We were 4-2 at one point, and we lost the last 3 games in a row, bro. This team is so good at going so uphill just to plummet back downhill right before we are about to be a, great team. Like, we're about to be a playoff team, this, that, and third. Bam, we just fall off the face of the earth. All right, we lost 27-0 to the Bears, which is not surprising because that's apparently what we always do. We absolutely cannot beat the Chicago Bears to save our lives. Lost to the Seahawks. We played 3-10 Bengals, and we won. Okay, that's good. We played a 10-4 Broncos, and we lost 6-10. Now we play the Bears again, which apparently they own us in this franchise. We actually beat them 7-10. I'm gonna go into this game and see how this game goes, because if we win this game, we'll be 8-9, and I'm pretty sure we can make the playoffs. It depends on what the Bears do. The Bears game is going to matter drastically. But this is the Saints versus Drew Brees. And I don't... Actually, no, this is not Drew Brees, because we don't know who the quarterback is, because Drew Brees got drafted. Oh, I just realized that. So, who is their quarterback? Okay, I've not seen a quarterback for them. They destroyed us, by the way. Shout out to them. Their quarterback is going to be... It is Drew Brees. Okay. I don't know why I thought it wasn't Drew Brees. All right, well, we missed the playoffs. Missed the playoffs again, and this rebuild will continue, it seems like. All right. Andrew Luck, man, because this is Andrew Luck when he doesn't retire. You gotta think of it like that. This is Andrew Luck when he's not gonna retire and not gonna be a, trash can. Well, not a trash can, but not only going to retire after a couple years and then fall off the face of the earth. Ooh, this interests me a lot. The idea of potentially going with Andrew Luck. But let's see. Stat-wise, Stafford, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He got hurt. So Stafford went down half the season. That's why our season kind of crumbled. Because we lost Stafford half the season. And once you lose Stafford half the season, things start to fall apart all around you, and that is our problem. Man, this Stafford. All right, you know what? I have my ideas. I have my concepts of what I might not do. We gotta pick up the 5th-year option on Stafford. Let me not mess this up, because if we don't pick a 5th-year option, he becomes a free agent, and then we're just an idiot. So, let me skip forward 1 week, okay? We'll pick up the 5th-year option on Stafford. Keep him on the roster for another year. And we're entertain the idea of what we can and can't do here. So, who else do I want to 100% keep? I don't care about the kicker. I want to keep this guy. He said he's going to test out free agency. He did. I hate that guy so much now. But this guy we signed in free agency. Alright, so he's going to come back. So we don't really have a right tackle now, so that's definitely going to be a problem. Alright, right tackle is going to be a problem. I do need to sign one in free agency. Do I really do this? Do I really go out there and trade Stafford for 3 first-round picks and walk away with potentially a bag? I'm sorry, not bag. Potentially walk away with Andrew Luck. Who's the number 1 pick? The Jets. And they need a quarterback as well. I'm not trading Stafford for just 1 first. If 23-year-old Stafford, he has plenty of value. I feel like we could easily get this. Easily. Ooh, they are actually tempted on that. They are tempted on that one. I think they're tempted on just giving me 3 first-round picks for him. How about this? You give me 3 first, and I need a right tackle. Brandon Albert. He has 1 year left on his contract, though. Give me Brandon Albert, and give me... I need like a right end or a left end. You got Chris Long. I can't... I could technically afford him because of Stafford. What do you think? Ooh. I'll take away a first. Fine. Give me the first pick overall and those 2 guys. Ooh, I gotta think about this. How am I gonna finesse this? How about this? I'll give you... I hate to throw in draft picks myself. But Stafford in a second for the first pick overall, the right tackle, and Chris Long. Keep in mind, I'm going to have to re-sign Albert. I'm going to have to re-sign Albert after this year. So that's going to be an issue. See, I'm not going to give him a first. That's going to be a problem now. Ooh, how am I going to finesse this, guys? I want to finesse this in here. I want Albert. I need a right tackle. Although I could draft a right tackle. Or I could just take one in, you know. You know what? Fine. Never mind. That's off the table. I want Chris Long and I want 3 seconds as well. You can keep one of your first round picks. Let me double check this. So 2012 draft, right? Yes. Let me double check this so I don't mess this up. So 2012 draft, we want that pick. I also want you 2013. You can keep the 2014. Okay. Take away 1 second. I'll take away 2 seconds. Trying to make a blockbuster trade here, and it's not working. Man, Chris Long in the first. Bro, they are difficult negotiators. Alright, fine. How about this? You give me 2 firsts, and I give you this. I want to make this work. Ooh. An extra third. Dude, we're like... Right now, we're right there, bro. So I don't want to... See, now I'm giving up too much value. Although, how much is Stafford worth? I'm giving up way too much value for this, by the way. You know what? Whatever. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. I want Chris Long. I want a star pass rusher. Wait. They literally said not enough value. Wait, what's this say? The Jets don't feel like you bring enough to give up. Are you kidding me, bro? Y'all gotta be playing me right now. You're getting plenty of value. What else do you want? This Jet squad, man, they're asking for a lot here. All right, fine. Give you Deion Butler. Lions, unfortunately, we can't consider the trades. It will put us over the salary cap. Wait, put who over the salary cap? Alright, so I was saying, wait, it put us over the salary cap. Is that because of the 5th-year option? Okay, so we could do that trade, but it says that it put us over the salary cap, which I'm not sure how. But in this franchise, well, now doing this, I didn't restructure Bob Sanders yet because my franchise got corrupted. So I could do that. And that should give us a little bit more money. I don't know why I went to here. Give us a little bit more money to maybe make that trade work. So I thought it was weird because of how much he costs, but I thought that the 5th-year option was going to outweigh that of Stafford. All right. Jets, where are you at, Jets? I will take Chris Long and your first pick this year. And I'll give you a second. Okay, I'll give you a third. I'll give you a fourth. Trading in Madden is so fun, guys. So, okay, so who's complaining? We're complaining about the salary cap. Even though it says we have enough, but I think it's because of the 5th-year option. We have Dallas Clark on a $19 million deal. Bro, what? Why do we have him on a 19? Okay. That might have been just me being an idiot. Bring in Nate Burleson. Jets just isn't going to cut it. Unfortunately, need significantly more compensation. You guys absolutely suck. If it wasn't for the fact I want what's his name so bad, I wouldn't do this. Bro. What is going on here? So, there's a problem with the salary cap for some reason. Alright, fine. Just give me 3 first-round picks. For some reason, the salary cap is messed. It won't work because of the salary cap. So, where did we get when we were here? Where were we at? Okay. Consider the offer. It will put us over the salary cap. How would that put us over the salary cap? I'm going to guess it's because of the first round picks. No, because this doesn't even make any sense. We're not over the salary cap. So we can't even consider this offer because it would put us over the salary cap. What? Alright, so I had to restructure another contract, and now I have enough money to do this trade. So we traded 3 first-round picks and a second for our boy, Matthew Stafford. And now we are without a quarterback yet again. But what this does mean is we're going to be able to use that money. Well, not right now, because we have no money right now. But we're going to be able to go into the draft and actually get ourselves a franchise quarterback. You know what? Eventually, in real life, the Lions traded away Stafford, and in this franchise, we did so also. So, I guess I just did it a little bit early, and, you know, I want to have Andrew Luck as my quarterback over Stafford. So, I think that's a dumb idea. I also got 3 first-round picks, which I think is actually pretty damn good. Because we didn't trade up, that much to get Stafford in the first place. To get the first pick overall, we didn't trade up that much. So I think it was actually pretty damn good in the end. All right, quarterback. You already know who we're going. Andrew Luck. We're not messing this bad boy up. Got Andrew Luck. And let's see what else he goes for. Who else goes? All right, so Copels goes number 2. Mark Barron. RG3 goes to the Falcons. Luke Kuechly goes to the Raiders. Trent Richardson. Holy crap. Michael Floyd. Dontario Poe. Nick Perry. Stephon Gilmore. Melvin Ingram. Harrison Smith. Chandler Jones. Lester Cox. Bruce Irvin, Dante Hightower, Kobe Fleener, Russ the Bus Wilson, who in real life I think was a 4th round pick, I believe. And we have the first pick of the 2nd round, so this is actually going to be very nice. We're going to take a right tackle in the 2nd round because we need a right tackle. Because we lost him to free agency, so get that figured out and situated, and Andrew Luck should be a better pick overall wise anyway. Let me just double check because there is actually a couple great players here. It says we already have a right. No, it says we have no left guard. And who is the right tackle here? Jonathan Martin. I don't think he was really that bad overall wise. Hang on, let's look at all lineup real fast. Let's reassess here. Because sometimes players get injured and they don't show up on the roster or show up on the lineup and you think you need someone and you don't. Alright, so we have Vollmer at the right tackle position. Really, all we need is a left guard, honestly. We didn't get rid of Dallas Clark. We should have got rid of Dallas Clark. We now have a new quarterback, right? Defensively, we still need an end. Justin Smith really digressed completely. I think Joey Porter Jr. retired, which sucks. Yeah, so cornerback might be another spot. There's a couple of spots here. Left guard is definitely a spot. Jeff Allen. See, none of these. Gino Gronkowski. Actually, he was a center. Kelechi Osemele. He was pretty good for the Ravens for a little bit of time. Let's go with him. We'll move him to guard. We'll move him to guard, and we'll see how that ends up working out for us. We also have the 8th pick in the 2nd round here. So we can kind of double up here. So center could be interesting. Wait, we already have Jason Kelce. I'm stupid. Okay, my bad. We have Jason Kelce. He'll develop into a superstar. Levante David. Okay, so this is the linebacker draft. So Levante David is a monster. So let's take Levante David here. Should be a great pick for us right there. Let's see who else goes here. Derek Wolfe. Ooh, Ravens and Broncos guy. No one too crazy right now. Pick-wise. T.Y. Hilton. Okay. Wouldn't have mind getting T.Y. Hilton. I do want to work with our defense, though, the rest of this draft here. Especially because I feel like now that we have Andrew Luck, I feel like our offense can get the job done. What did I click on? Clicked on franchise staff for some reason. I feel like our offense can get the job done now because we have Andrew Luck. And I got faith in Andrew Luck. The question is, do I have faith in our defense? Kirk Cousins went in the 3rd round. Okay. Interesting pick right there. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Brandon Taylor. I think he was actually pretty good. Demario Davis is still available, and he's actually pretty damn good as well. And we could actually move him to right. So what we could do with Demario Davis is actually move him to right outside linebacker and have Levante on the left. And now we have a pretty good solid setup there with, of course, having Patrick Mayo. So actually, I'm not really against that idea. Probably wasn't the best pick there, but kind of took him just because. Let's go to the next pick here. Make our pick. Let's see who we got here. Brandon Boykin. Yeah. Jeremy Lane. He was a Seahawks guy for the longest time. He was actually pretty decent, I thought, in real life. Maybe not. I don't know. He was on the Legion of Boom squad back in 2012. Which is exactly what this draft is from. So, I'm going to go ahead and sim the rest of this, guys. 1 second. Alright, so here's our final lineup going into the season. Yeah, no, the fact that we actually just traded away Stafford is crazy. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta make some big boy plays if you wanna, hit some home runs, right? So now that we have a couple extra draft picks under our belt because of the fact that, we traded away Stafford, I just realized something. God, bro, this man is 20. We are no longer signing tight ends. 20 million. If we cut him right now, we would owe. All right, well, we have an extra first round pick, right? And we also have a couple 2 seconds as well. Well, 1 second now, because we used up one of our seconds. So what I'm thinking is, we need a pass rusher, okay? And now that I think about it, we're not going to be able to do it because we're not going to be able to. I mean, we might be able to, but we're going to put ourselves in a really bad situation if we do this. Because of the fact we could trade for someone right now, but then we'd have to trade Dallas Clark. And if we did that, it's going to cost us in the long run. But he's under a $36 million cap hit. Dude, these guys are way too expensive. Brandon Graham. Hang on, hold up. He's young. He's going to develop into a superstar. Chris Long. I would love to go Chris Long. I would. At that price tag, it's just not going to happen. So what happens if I try to? Okay, what if I, offered them a first-round pick for him? There's no way, right? Hang on. So I'm pretty sure if I go through this, it's going to just tell me I don't have enough money to spend this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just going to tell me I don't have money to spend this. We're going to the season. We're going to the season, guys. Let's just go. Let's just see how this works. First year for Andrew Luck with the Detroit Lions. We lose 37-0. All right. All right. Am I fired yet? I'm pretty sure I'm about to get fired. There's got to be something in my contract that says I should be fired by now. All right, let's see. Week 2, okay. Not as bad. How about week 3? Well, 1 and 2. I got faith in Luck. I got faith in Luck. I got faith in him. I think he can do it. This is the 2013 draft class. So this is actually the one with Travis Kelce. So this is the Kelce draft class. And he is, yeah, he's the 5th tight end off the board. So we might be able to get him in the 2nd round because we know a little bit more than the CPU knows. Who wants a contract, though? Honestly? Couple options. We're going to pick a 5th-year option to both these guys. But out of everyone else, I'm not really too amped. I mean, 30-year-old wide receiver Roy Williams, I'm not really amped to bring him back. I'd rather him hit free agency and maybe figure out something else. Devin Hester, 29. I'm going to let him walk. Yeah, I'm probably going to let a lot of these guys walk. And we'll see what we can do in free agency with some money. But I'm not really too crazy about bringing those guys, said players, back yet. All right, 2 and 2. Listen, once Andrew Luck gets going, it's over. We just need him to get going. Let me just also make sure he's the starting. He is the starting quarterback. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's put in the situation to succeed. His defense is not the greatest, and I think that's going to be a problem. Right? Is the defense. The defense, I think, is his biggest problem / issue here. But outside the defense, I feel like he has everything else he needs to succeed. So I think EA Sports doesn't want me to be great here. My game crashed again, guys. My game crashed again. And I'm starting to think that EA Sports is trying to give me a hint like, bro, just stop. You're not going to be able to. You're not doing a great job here. The team is going downhill, man. The team is going downhill. Bob Sanders is 31 plus years old. But you know what? We won't give up. I'm not giving up yet until this team wins a Super Bowl. And to be honest, looking at, the whole situation with this team in real life, they won the first playoff game in 2024. So guess what? Well, first playoff game in like 30 years in 2024. So I have a chance to be great and remain being great, okay? Because it's not over yet. It's not over till the fat lady screams. Okay, we have 2 first-round picks this year. Hold up. I'm going to trade a first-round pick for the future, okay? Because I actually really do want a pass rusher here. And I think getting a pass rusher here will be our biggest and best friend here. But the question is, who do I want to get? I don't want to spend an arm and a leg. And I'm not trading a first-round pick for a 30-year-old guy. So, oh, man, it's so expensive. Brandon Graham. Hang on. I probably could have gotten for like a second-round pick. But he is 24 years old. And so he's young. He's going to develop. He's going to continue to get better. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that pickup. Okay. I don't know what was going on with my one position there, my right guard position. I think we have a guy injured, that's why. Let me just cut this guy. Yeah, we have no left guard. Alright, so let's look at left guard options. Because apparently that's going to be a problem right now. Is we don't really have a left guard option. Left guard. I'll pick up Chester Pitts. Why not? We'll see how that works out for us. And let's keep going, boys. So, going into week 8 now. We are going to figure this team out. I promise you that, guys. We're going to figure this team out and continue to build this team to a successful point. We're playing the 1-6 Colts. Okay, 3-4. I will say, though, every single year, except for maybe 1 year, we have been pretty successful when it comes to most of these years, okay? We've had a couple bad years, but for the most part, pretty damn okay years, okay? We beat the 0-9 Eagles. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But we've had some okay years. Not the greatest years, but we've been better than real life. I'll say it like that. 6-5. Okay, now we play the 7-4 Cowboys. Hate playing the Cowboys. 6-4 Cardinals. We beat the 6-4 Cardinals. I mean, can we start sniffing a playoff team? Because listen, every year it seems like we're a playoff team, and then we lose these last 3 games, and then we knock ourselves out of the playoffs. Okay. 8-6 Packers. We do this every single year. We are always a playoff team, and then we suck the last ending part of the season, and we knock ourselves out of the playoffs. This is like the most typical thing we have done now every single year. We cruise like we're going to be a great team, and then we flop down out of the playoffs. Yep, there we go. Lost every game. We lost every game the last 4 weeks of the season. We were going to be a playoff team, and we lost every game the last 4 weeks of the season and fell out of the playoffs. It's like every year now. We just always have a playoff record, and then we completely collapse at the very end and just fall ourselves right out of the playoffs. All right. It is what it is, you know? Cool. All right, so we signed a couple players in free agency. We got a strong safety. We got Robert Mathis, and we got Will Smith. So a little bit of additions to the defense at least, helping out our defense as much as we can. I did try to go after Antonio Gates, and I was not able to get him. I did go ahead and get rid of Dallas Clark, but we're going to be getting Travis Kelce, so I guess it works out in the end here. We also don't really have a backup running back, which is definitely a problem. And our 3rd, 4th, 5th receiver is non-existent. Say it like that. But we also need to work on our cornerback situation behind. All things in due time. We have 2 first-round picks, and I think that's what really this comes down to, is we're able to just build with our 2 first-round picks, and again, some other picks as well. So, I guess, in the end here, this is going to be the year to rebuild this team and figure things out. It just took us 5 years, which, you know, hey, listen, when you go from a team that's 0-16 to now this, it's going to take you some time to rebuild and figure, you know, all the problems you have out. But we got this, guys. We got this. I'm confident in this team. All right, starting draft off, we have the 9th overall pick. So let's see. Eric Fisher went number 1. Luke Jokel went number 2. Ziggy Onslow, Dion Jordan, Jonathan Cooper, Desmond Trufant, Tavon Austin, Sheldon Richardson, Xavier Rhodes, DeAndre Hopkins. I just skimmed past our pick. I just skimmed past our pick. I'm not used to having the 9th overall pick. I don't even know who we took. I honestly don't even know who we took, guys. I literally just skimmed past our pick. Oh, man. I've been doing this franchise for like 6 hours now. So, like, my brain just went into dumb mode, and I did not even think about the fact we picked there. All right, so whoever we picked, I hope it was good. Yeah, so I'm mad at myself right now, but it is what it is, man. We're just gonna have to keep powering through this at this point. Ooh, okay. So, who is best player available? Kiko Alonso is available. Jamie Collins Jr. is available. Arthur Brown, Mingo. Let me see best player. D. Milliner. I'm good. Bernard. I might go left guard here, which is definitely a position we need. Alright, so let's look at our lineup. Because now, again, like I said, I don't know who we went with the first pick, but you know what? I have faith that our first pick was the guy. That was the guy we needed. Alright, so left guard, we don't really need guard. We do need right tackle. Tight end would be nice, but we're going to go Kelsey in this franchise. In this draft. So that's something that we'll go for the future. Working on our defense is always a good thing. Cornerback is something we do need. And I would love to go cornerback here as long as it's not D. Milliner. Honey Badger. This be way too early to take him. We could honestly get him in the 2nd round. What's our picks looking like? Where is Kelsey right now mocked to? 3rd or 4th round? Okay. You know what? I'm going to take him way too early. I'm going to take the Badger. I'm going to take the Honey Badger now. And that's way too early, I know. But I'll take him now. I don't know who I took with the first pick, but whoever that was, again, like I said, hopefully he's good. And I'm going to go with Kelsey with the 2nd pick. I'm going to take him early. I could wait to the 3rd round, but I don't want to wait and risk losing Kelsey. Because we need the backup to Gronkowski here. And that's going to be Travis. That's going to be Kelsey. So, I'm not going to even take a shot here or take a risk. We'll take Kelsey. He should be a superstar X Factor for us. That's going to help us out dramatically. Now in the 3rd round, let's see who is available. I do want to work on my defense even more. Warner. Okay, Bryant. Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer was pretty okay, I feel like, in real life, but maybe not in this franchise. Arthur Brown wasn't anything. He was a Ravens guy. Brandon Williams was the Ravens defensive tackle for a little bit of time. He was still, like, decent. He wasn't bad. AJ Klein, I think he was a Packer, I want to say. Don't know how well he was, though, in real life. I think he was actually pretty okay. I say this for a lot of these guys, I've realized at this point. Sean Porter. I might let the CPU take over for the rest of these picks. Because I'm drawing a blank on this draft as well. And I don't want to take the wrong player here. Oh, I do need a wide receiver. That's another thing I need to focus on is wide receiver. Let's look at wide receivers. Keenan Allen. Okay, well, thankfully I did not just completely let CPU take over because they would not have taken Keenan Allen. All right, that was very dumb of me for a second there to almost say the CPU could take over. Yeah, we can't afford that. Marquise Goodwin doesn't really end up panning out to that great of a receiver. Yeah, no, none of these other guys I really care too much about. Jonathan Banks, I feel like was decent in real life. Maybe not. Jonathan, I feel like he was a Patriot. I feel like Jonathan Banks was a Patriot. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy to say that. I feel like he was a Patriot in real life. He seems like a Patriot. All right, so now that we got our tight end situation figured out, got a little bit better of a overall situation figured out here. We took Xavier Rhodes. Oh, that's a great pick. That's a great freaking pick. I probably wouldn't have taken the honey. No, I probably would have still taken the honey badger with our second pick. But I wouldn't have taken Jonathan Banks. I wouldn't have taken Jonathan Banks. I also got Spencer Ware, the old Chiefs running back. All right, boys. The season is here. What we have been grinding for, putting together, and creating a masterpiece of. We finally get to see how good it can do in this year. Alright, this is what we got, boys. Just realized we didn't really get a second running back. That might be a problem. I might pick up a free agent running back here. That might be another option here for a running back. But I think this is, I want to say this is our best squad we have had so far, okay? This is our best squad with an 85 defense, 79 offense, 81 overall. This is definitely our best squad we have rocked out here with. And let's see, D'Angelo Williams. I'll go with Noah Wood. We'll pick him up. But this is our best squad we have possible. And now it's time to see how they all pan out to the NFL. Week 1, Baltimore Ravens. We lost. All right, Packers week 2. Come on. Packers week 2, baby. This is it. This is our comeback tour. Can I fire myself? What is happening exactly? We have the squad to be great. The problem is the being great part. All right. Dude, it's like every game we play, we're right there to win, and we lose by 1 score. Like every game we play, we lose by 1 score. We just lost to the 1-4 Seahawks. I am baffled, man. I am absolutely baffled. I don't know what to say. 0-7 Bears. We're probably going to lose. We barely won. We're going to our bye week now with... I don't even know what to say about the squad. We're 3-5. We're not looking that good. We're not the Bears. That's the positive. Bears are 0-9. But we're pretty damn close. We destroyed the Bengals. Okay, maybe this is our comeback tour. See, usually every year what happens is we have a good year, and then we suck at the end. But this, we played 6-3 Vikings. Oh, there's a 0% chance. Yeah, I didn't think so. The 0-10 Bears. We gave them the first win of the season. You gotta be effing kidding me. Bro, I think I'm losing my mind rebuilding this team. I think I'm losing my mind rebuilding this team. Who got hurt? Geno Atkins? Okay. At this point, that doesn't even matter for us. I want to cut everyone off this team. I want to cut everyone off this team, bro. Everyone, you're off the team. Unless we finish this year off correctly. Nope, we suck at the end of the year. We cannot win. Watch this. Lost 1 game, lost 2 games. Watch us lose 3 games in a row at the end of the year here. 3 games in a row? Easy. Not a question. 4 games in a row at the end of the year. Last 4 games every single year. There is no way we can make the playoffs if every year we lose the last 4 games of the freaking year. We could have the best year possible. And then the last 4 games were just like, alright, fluff it. Fluff it. We're going to lose them all. I don't understand how we lose the last 4 games of every single year. It's like, it's almost like it's a magical at this point. It's a joke. I've never given up on a team when rebuilding in a franchise, guys. And we're not going to give up today. No matter how painful this is. And I promise you right now, it's pretty damn painful. Because the fact that every single freaking year we just cannot finish the season off on a good note is frustrating, to say the least. And now I'm kind of scared about the free agency period because we didn't re-sign anyone because I thought we were going to be good this year. So I kind of just skipped through the whole, re-signing period during the season. Yep, that's about right. And we don't have... Alright, so we're only going to lose in context here. We're going to lose Gerard Mayo, and we're going to lose Geno Atkins, and we're going to lose Bob Sanders. And we're just going to have to take the L there. Ugh, okay. Yeah, there's nothing we can really do there. We don't really have the money to kind of work out. I could restructure contracts, but with how much they were going to cost, I'm just not even going to attempt at this point. All right, so let's go to manage roster. Let's go to adjust lineup. All right, let's take a look. We got our receiving core. I like our receiving core, okay? All right, we have a star running back. Our backup running back, kind of iffy. We have the quarterback. We have the tight ends. And for the most part, we have the offensive line that can get the job done. I feel like we have the defense. I know we just lost our free safety, but we have the defense. We have the secondary. We have the defensive line. It's like, what are we missing? A competent head coach? We can't get that because I'm the head coach. And I don't want to just... See, the thing is, right? And that's what I hate about rebuilds sometimes. Throwing your money at free agency is not going to be your fix to any problem. All you're doing is digging a bigger hole for yourself later down the line in the future when you sought to do that with free agency. When you start saying, oh, I'm going to go spend all our money on free agency and hopefully that fixes our problem. It never fixes your problem. All you do is push money toward the future. And then in the future, now you're in a hole and now you lose all your guys like we just did. That's why I don't like to do that. But at this time, we just need playmakers. And that's what I feel like we need at this point. But, think about it this way, right? In 4 years, Troy's going to be costing us $30 million a year. That's another thing that scares the crap out of me. We didn't get Troy, okay. I'm actually kind of happy we didn't get Troy, though. Kind of happy we didn't get Troy because I didn't want to spend that much money. Big Vince. Dude, nobody wants to sign with us. And I kind of don't blame them, to be honest. Dude, even Geno said no. Oh, that's nasty. We drafted him. We gave him a chance, man. And I don't really blame most of these guys that don't want to sign with us because, we are kind of down bad at this point. Is now Dockett, the old Cardinals guy, going to say no? He probably will say no. Let's get to the draft, guys. We're right now we're a mess. We're in our mess year because like we're trying to figure things out at this point, and it's going downhill. All right, so this is what our squadron looks like right now. We did get Darnell Dockett, by the way, so shout out to that. He actually did sign the contract. We do need a free safety. We need a middle linebacker. We're also going to need a backup running back as well. So that's another position we're looking for here. We had the second overall pick. Clowney was number 1. Or number 2. All right. Ooh. See, this is a thing right now. You got Khalil Mack and you got Aaron Donald on the board. I'm going Aaron Donald. Because I need a D-tackle number 2, and Khalil Mack's going to be the next pick, isn't he? We have 2 first-round picks as well. Yup, he was the next pick. What, the Texans had back-to-back picks? Holy crap. Texans stacking up picks here, man. They're not messing around with those picks. All right, come on. We're about to go on a playoff run. I have a feeling, guys, that after 9 hours of doing this franchise series, I have a feeling we're going to go on a playoff run. All right. Let me not skip past my pick. I skipped past my pick. We got Jeremy Hill. That's not who I wanted. That's not who I wanted, but you know what? We did need a backup running back. I just said let's not skip past our pick, and I skipped past. I'm a mess today, guys. All right. Kyle Van Noy's not a bad option. We do need that position. LaMarcus Joyner was pretty good in the NFL. He wasn't the greatest, but he was actually pretty good. And honestly, at this point, pretty good. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take pretty good at this point. Because we just need to rebuild this defense up because we lost a lot of pieces this offseason so far. Chris Berlin, he wasn't that great in the NFL. Telvin Smith, he was a Jaguars left side linebacker. He went to multiple different teams. He never really panned out. But he was a good pick. I mean, he was a good player. He just never really panned out to be like a superstar. But still, he was still a solid player. Not trying to trash him in any way. I might go Chris Borland here. He's probably gonna be a bust, to be honest, but it is what it is. We have no remaining picks. Let's just sim the rest. Oh man. Okay. Let's see how this ended up going. I took a running back, Jeremy Hill, when I did not want to. But honestly, I probably would have taken a running back anyway. But I don't know if I would have took Jeremy Hill of all people. But you know what? It is what it is. What else? I think that was the last pick, right? Yes, that was the last pick. We got an 80, a 68, a 68, 64, and a 62. All right, so let's get right into the season, guys. Hang on. All right, so here we are, boys. Jamal Charles is hurt. How long is Jamal Charles out for? 4 weeks? Okay, that's not too horrendously bad. Yeah, no, but here's our squadron. We're pretty okay. We have a rookie at free safety, which I'm going to be interested in. Aaron Donald's going to be an absolute freaking monster for us, so I'm excited about that. And I think we have a good squad. I say I think because, well, you know how this has gone so far. Let me save because I don't want my file to get corrupted again and mess up, so let's just kind of keep that in our back of our heads. All right, week 1. Week 1 here, baby. Week 1. We won. We barely won, but we won. And sometimes a barely is a good enough for me. Week 2, we play the Packers. Okay. Maybe. Just give me a win. Please. Thank you. Week 3, we played the Rams, St. Louis Rams. This is the first time I think we started off 2-0 in his franchise so far. We couldn't go 3-0, but we started off 2-0. I like it. Okay, we won again. We're 3-1. It's our best start to any franchise, any year so far in this franchise. Hey, 3-1. I do have to look at re-signing players though, because I don't want to do that way too late. Import local file 2015. Let's do that. There we go. And this is the okay. We're not gonna be a top. We're not gonna have a top 5 draft pick this year. Actually, 100%, because we do have 4 wins at least. So, all right, Rob Gronkowski. Wait, he was a first-round pick, so I should have a 5th-year option on him. All right. Honestly, yeah, we're gonna get 5th-year option on these 2 guys. Michael Floyd. I didn't draft him in the 1st round. Maybe I signed him or something. I don't know, because if I sign him, I don't think the 5th-year option applies, right? I don't believe so. Okay. We are 5-1 going into our bye week. I didn't think that was legal to do. Be 5-1 going into your bye week. I didn't think teams could do that. All right. Let's upgrade our players. All right, so I might just get rid of all these players right now, the signing players right now, because honestly at this point, we're going to bring all these guys back anyway, so I might as well just get it done with. I'm just going through these quickly. Okay, so he did not want my contract. Good to know. Jason Kelsey, of course, he would be nice and pleasant to work with. Okay, Des Bryant is saying no. All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? I don't really care about you. I don't really care about you. You can go. You can go. Yeah, you can go. You can go. You can go. I don't care about you. You can go. Alright, so those are the players I really actually care about. Is the players I didn't withdraw offers from. This way... Oh, I thought it was going to show me the players that I had offers with still. Dang it. I thought that was going to be a lot easier of an option, but it didn't. Okay. Whatever. We'll go on to next week. Alright, so coming out of bye week now, we're playing the 3-4 Eagles. Come on, Luck. Let's go, Andy. We won. We're playing the 6-1 Bears. How did the Bears were the worst team in the league last year, and now they're the 2nd best team in the league, and we just beat them? We just beat them. All right. I feel like we're a good team, guys. I feel like we're a good team right now. This is crazy. All right, fine, Dez. Just take my money. Take my money, Dez. I need a left tackle back. Okay, I don't like paying you that much money, though. I don't like to do super team friendly. We're gonna let you guys walk. Yeah, then we'll do a 5th-year option on those 2 other guys. We'll be good. We're at least hopefully going to be a playoff team this year. As long as we don't lose the last 4 games of the season. Okay, let's go. 8-1. This is going good, boys. Okay, we're 9-1. This is going to be the best record in franchise history. 10-1. I don't know what happened. I don't know why we're good now, but you know what? I'm not going to ask any questions, because if I ask any questions, I'll probably end up losing by asking questions. Okay. Bro, there ain't no way right now we about to go 15-1. Okay, I was about to say, we're at least a playoff team. We're at least a playoff team. And we won in the last 4 games of the year, which is actually amazing. I am baffled by what I am seeing right now. But we are 14-2, guys. All right, hold up. We gotta breathe. We're 15-2, and we won the conference. We're 15-2, and we won the conference. How? How, Sway? How? Did we just, like, figure... Like, did everything just go together? Like, everyone was like, you know what? Yeah, we now are a good team. Like, all those bad years, we just sucked. We're now good. Okay, Jeremy Hill was apparently the option. Apparently, Jeremy Hill was the answer. Aaron Donald was a really good pick. He was a really good freaking pick. And Andrew Luck was MVP. You know where Stafford is? On the Jets. And he's not even... He's number 7th on MVP. Okay. Because Stafford wasn't the answer. Although the Jets right now are... They're 7-10 and sitting at home. And one thing, Stafford was the answer. I hate to tell you, he wasn't the answer. He was a good trade bait in the end to get Andrew Luck. Alright, let me go ahead and, before I do this, let me upgrade my players before I go into this game. Luck is looking freaking mighty great. Come on, let's just go win a Super Bowl, man. Let's just go win a Super Bowl. We're hosting a division round playoff game. We got a first round bye. This is it, man. This is it. Come on. Let's just go keep winning. Let's keep winning now. And don't stop now, man. 14-0, okay. They scored. I don't like that fact they scored. Our offense is crap in the bed right now, and they tied the game up. Okay. And we lost. You gotta be kidding me, bro. We had that game. We had that game, bro. We had that game. We actually just lost. We went our best record possible. 15-2. Made the playoffs and lost in the first round of the playoffs. Lions, you're killing me. You're killing me, Lions. You're killing me. Because what do we take away from that? We were dominant. And now we're nothing. Alright. Just gonna have to mentally recap what just happened. We gotta sign the 5th-year options to Andrew Luck and the other guy. So let's go through this process right here. Oh, man. I actually cannot believe that just happened the way it happened. Like, I wasn't expecting to even be that good this year. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't expecting to be that dominant. And not only were we that dominant, we got all the way there just to lose. That's painful, man. Alright, so here's our squad. Let's take a look at it. We need a right tackle and a left guard. That's going to be our biggest problems right now. Left tackle and left guard. Right tackle and left guard. So let's see what free agency has to offer us. Because, man, I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I've been doing this franchise for so long, and I thought that was it. You know, I'm going to go for the worst option here so I don't have to pay him that much money. And also so I don't have to bid against other teams. So I'm just going a little bit down the list here so I don't have to bid against other teams. We got the right tackle. Did we get the left guard? We got the left guard. Okay, perfect. Don't even care. That's all we needed there, and now we can go on to the draft. Man. See, I would love to sit here and say we're going to be back next year. But I can't even say that because I really actually do not know if we're going to be back. Because that was like a magical run. I feel like the Lions in real life. That was like a magical run, and I felt so confident that like there was no one in the league that could beat us. And now I'm like, I don't know who we would even... I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say at this point. Start draft. We don't have a first round pick, that's right, because we traded away. And we got all the way to championship, divisional, so we don't really have a good pick anyway. Let me do best team available. Get those new guys in there. Okay. We need... Honestly, we don't really need anything. Middle linebacker would be nice, though. Middle linebacker... That's pretty much it. I'm baffled. Baffled by how this whole process went, man. Alright. Just gotta get mentally back in the season and realize that next year is our year. Just gonna have to hope that things go correctly. Like they did this year. Well, for most of the year. Just not the ending part of the year. Ending part of the year didn't go as quickly or as correctly as I would like to. But, you know what? It is what it is. Alright. So, I'm just going through the first round here. I'm going to go through the second round as well. Just to see, like, where players end up going. I know a lot of times when I do these videos, you guys like to see exactly where the players go. Because it's fun to see a player to a new environment. Especially an older player. And now that we're getting 2015 NFL Draft, we're getting a little bit closer to where a lot of you guys who might be younger probably have actually watched live. Some of these other drafts, like 2007, you might not have watched, but this draft you probably did watch, 2015. This wasn't that long ago. This was 9 years ago. Unless you're like 9 years old, then maybe you didn't watch the draft. I don't know. But as long as you're not 9 years old, you probably did watch this draft. Alright, so let's make our selection. Ooh. Max Williams. He was actually, I think, a second round pick for the Ravens. He was a bust, though. Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks is pretty good. Anybody else, though? I'm going Jordan Hicks, then. Jordan Hicks is he's a pretty good player in the NFL. Who was, well, actually, no, he's still in the NFL. So, I'm going with him here. I'll let the CPU take the rest. I'm just trying to mentally fathom what happened last season, but it is what it is. Alright. Draft recap. Got David Irving. Nice. Trey Flowers. Okay. Alright. Let's go, boys. No messing around. No time to sleep. No time to stop. No time to do anything but get through the rest of this, guys. We're just going right to the season. I don't care. I don't care anymore. We're going right to the season. Ain't no building. Ain't no prodding around. We are getting right into this. This might be a mistake, but it is what it is. Alright. So what's our team looking like? Just lineup. Alright. Let's do best team available. Because it always messes up from the preseason. Offensively, we look freaking amazing. Defensively, got Jordan Hicks over there. That looks pretty good. Got Trey Flowers, an up-and-comer. Yeah, no, I like this team. I think this team looks freaking really good. I say that every single year, I feel like, though. Doesn't usually pan out as well when I say that, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright. What draft class is 2016? 2016 is this draft class. This is the Jared Goff and Carson Wentz draft class. Okay. Interesting. Let's get it. Cowboys week 1. First game of the season. We lost. Okay. Well, not going to start off this year like last year, apparently. Hopefully, we have a better year this year than last year. Alright, so we're going to have to get this contract done with luck. Right? Because, or maybe not. Maybe not. No, not right now. We have to do it next year. Okay. I was going to say because that's going to be a huge contract. This is his contract year then. This is his 5th-year option, so he has this whole year to play off of. Which means he's going to cost a lot when he does come up. 3-1. Okay. See, now we're a playoff team. Now that we're a playoff team, we don't mess around no more. There we go. 5-1. But a 1-5 Raiders. I just want to win a playoff game, man. That's all I want to do here. Is I want to win a playoff game. 6-1. Okay. 7-1. The fact that we're literally this good back-to-back years is amazing. It's almost like we traded away everything for Andrew Luck, and it worked out in the end for us. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing how, when you say you got to risk it for the biscuit and get rid of your franchise quarterback, it works. All right. Come on. Let's keep going. Keep going, baby. We lost to the freaking Bears. I swear on everything, bro. That's the team we always find a way to lose to, man. That's the team we always find a way to lose to. All right. Just double checking this. Yeah, okay. We'll pick up 5th-year options on these two guys. I'm going to let everyone else walk. I'll let everyone else walk there. Who got hurt? Spencer Ware? That's not a big deal. That's not a game breaker. 9-2, baby. Come on, 9-2. We put the Vikings. Okay. 10-2. We're now a playoff team at least. Question is, will we win the conference back-to-back years? We lost to the Bears twice. The Bears are going to knock us out of this conference. We're not going to win the conference because of the Bears. That is sad. Okay, I was about to say, are we going to lose the last 4 games of the season like we used to? Because that was the old us. That wasn't the new us. That's not us. That's not us anymore. We're now the playoff team us. But the Bengals, 12-4, win here could give us a conference. And we didn't get the conference. Came up number 2 seed. 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Jamal Charles, we're not really getting a run game popping as much. That's definitely a problem. Aaron Donald, dominated always. Yearly awards. Andrew Luck did come in number 3 for MVP. That's nice. All right, we got to play a wild card now. We do host another playoff game, though. So last year, we hosted our first playoff game, in 30 years. And this year now, we're hosting a playoff game again. So back-to-back years, playoff game. Number 1 seed, number 2 seed. That's something to hold your hat on. Oh, man. All right. Just keep it going, boys. Keep it popping. All right. Jump forward. Come on. I know it's divisional, but you got to get a playoff win. All right, we're the first team to score. They scored as well. Our offense is crapping the bed right now. Our offense is crapping the bed right now. Okay. I don't know how we won that game. We just won a game 15-14 when they had the ball back with like 10 seconds left or like a minute left in our field goal range. Calvin Johnson went freaking off. Craig Jennings went off as well. Mark Sanchez is our quarterback. That is, wow. Okay. That's how this... Okay, well, you know what? We won a playoff game. I don't care. Offense craps the bed. Offense just dookies themselves all over themselves. Wow. Alright, so we're now a playoff winner team. It's like they are in real life. Now we play the Cowboys, okay? I don't want to play the Cowboys because I know that's going to be a tough game. And if our offense craps the bed, it's going to be a problem. Come on, Luck. Now we travel to... This is the number 1 seed then because we're playing them at their home. So this is the best team in the NFL. And we couldn't score on our first drive. And that's over. It's over. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe I talked too soon on our squad. We gotta keep scoring though. Dude, we take so long to score. That's our problem. Yeah. It's man, it's that offense. That offense just gets so inconsistent and it becomes a mess. Our offense just falls apart once we get to the playoffs. Oh man. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating indeed. I don't want to talk about it. But it's happening, okay? Yeah, I got the number 1 overall pick. Might be asking, why did you do that? Got the number 1 overall pick because Joey Bosa. There is a part of me that thought this was Nick Bosa. There's a part of me who thought that was Nick Bosa on the board and not Joey Bosa. I'll be honest with you. Would I have traded up this much for him? Maybe not. But it is what it is, you know? I'm still going to take him. He's still dominant. He's still amazing. It's just that wasn't Joe Nick Bosa, and I thought that was Nick Bosa for a second. That was an L take on me, man. I was like, yes, I'm gonna go get myself Nick Bosa. We're gonna be dominant. Everything. That's not Nick Bosa. That was not Nick Bosa at all. That was definitely his brother, Joey. Well, Joey Bosa, again, still dominant pass rusher for the Chargers, but, you know, I feel like Nick Bosa is definitely up there on the list on a little bit better than Joey Bosa. But still a very good player nonetheless. Alright, so I think this is going to be our last year, guys. Just because I want to do a 10-year rebuild, and this is a 10-year rebuild. But I will say overall-wise, it was a crazy draft. I mean, it was a crazy franchise. So whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to, you know, have ill will toward any player after this year. No, we're not trading away Travis Kelce. We got Dak Prescott. Are you kidding me, EA? I let them sim it, and they take Dak Prescott in the 3rd round when we have Andrew Luck. This is the year. We need to get it going and figure things out. And you take Dak Prescott. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna take Dak Prescott. Oh man, I'm just like absolutely dying right now. Like I actually we just took Dak Prescott. Bro, this is why I don't let the CPU. That's why I don't like. I let the CPU, but I don't like the CPU drafting because this exact reason. All right, let's just get it going, boys. This is the final year lineup-wise. Let's just take a look at it. Adjust lineup. Here we go. Let's do best team available. That offensive line is sus. Sus as anything. Yeah, we're kind of in that area where we're gonna have to start rebuilding, and yeah, it would be a whole process anyway to continue this series or continue this franchise, because we're gonna have to not start over, but we're gonna have to slowly get back going. Because now we got to pay our quarterback. Now we're gonna have to pay Andrew Luck big boy money, and then that's gonna be a whole process. So, because like I said, even though Dak Prescott could be our future quarterback, right? No, he's not gonna be our future quarterback, man. Game, I love you. And the 2017 NFL draft, by the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, it's not the draft with Nick Bosa either. So he came out. What was it, like 2020? I think it was 2020 NFL draft with Nick Bosa, or no, 2018. Was that Lamar Jackson? I don't remember. My brain is fried with that. But yeah, we're gonna have to give our boy Andrew Luck a huge contract. Travis Kelce. All these guys are going to want contracts. Although I will say, actually not that bad. This actually isn't really a rebuild yet, actually, to be honest. Because, like, we could actually be pretty successful with this team. Because we have all those little guys on the contract. The next year would probably be a rebuild year. And that would be when things get a little shaky-dakey. But let's just keep going. All right, week 5, week 6. Let's see how this ends up turning out. Hopefully in a positive manner for us. That's the goal. Hopefully the goal. My guess is with our team being kind of destroyed, I'm going to guess our final record is 8-9. What if we were 0-16? That would be the most poetic system of how it should end. Because this whole video was me taking over the 0-16 Lions in this situation. That would be beautiful. Although I don't want it to happen. Man. Let's get it, boys. Come on. We're about to find out. And if we lost the last 4 games of the season as well. Because that's another thing we'd like to do. That'd be a perfect way to end off this. Alright, week 18. And our final record. We went 6-11. I'm not too surprised. Alright, so final record, guys, 6-11. Listen, we won a playoff game. We won 1 playoff game, which is actually kind of sad. But we did make the playoffs twice. Won our conference once. Was number 2 seed again. Did we make the playoff 3 times? I feel like we made the playoff 3 times. I think it was 3 times. But I still think we have a overall... When I get fired here as the head coach... I mean, I think a new coach could come in here. He has a starting quarterback. He has a backup. He has still really great receivers. 2 really great tight ends. A kind of makeshift offensive line. And a pretty damn good defense. But, yeah. I did something, guys. I did something. I don't know what that was. But I definitely did something. And it sucks that our final year is like this. But... it is what it is, man. Luck's going to get that big payday, and that's usually how it all ends when it comes to NFL teams. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.